What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Back with another one here. As always, more new news coming through for the Colorado Buffaloes. It's a lot of turnover, so of course, it's a lot of opportunity for some new and exciting information. Coaches leave, coaches get elevated. Coach Houston, I think, went down to FIU. He's been there, I know, since they got there at Colorado. One of the beloved strength coaches. He got his opportunity down in Miami at FIU. You also have, of course, D-Lou and Coach Lohort. They left earlier and went down to Mississippi State. And we have a new strength coach, new strength condition coach. So it's like, it's always something fresh and new. People leaving, people coming, players coming, coaches coming. A couple weeks ago, we had Marshall Falk coming in. And now we have new defensive line coach replacing Coach D-Lou, who went to Miami. And Coach Pico spent most of his time up there in Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, it's a connection to Coach Robert Livingston. So a lot of people will talk about what it would take to be a coordinator, have to come in and use other people, and how Coach Livingston was gracious in being able to work with what Coach Prime had. Of course, he has some great defensive line coach and staff that's been with him in the secondary and the linebacker. And he took what he had. He didn't complain. He fit in. He was beloved. And now he's like the highest paid assistant coach in the conference, I believe, and in Colorado history. That was another thing that came out. He stayed. I heard he turned down some opportunities to be able to take that opportunity. And now he's finally getting somebody who can go along with him. Somebody who's able to understand what he's doing, somebody that's familiar. It's just a great opportunity for him all around. So now that he has somebody in the system that can relate to him at the level, at that front level, with the scheme and everything, with him being more familiar, with him having more experience, it definitely should be an elevation in what he's doing. He knows what he's up against. He understands the conference. Warren Sapp and him have coached together, and then he brings somebody else he's familiar with. So it's just a good thing. Coach Hilo was there last year. He come down on the edges to work with them. And the linebacker core is stronger. And you look at Coach Livingston, and you look at Coach Mathis, and you Coach Prime in the secondary. It really should be a strong defense. And I've always said that the defense is going to be the core of this team. They're going to really help stabilize this team as they have a new quarterback, new line, pretty much. A lot of new things going on. The coordinator's not new, but it just gives the opportunity for the offense to grow organically and develop. But that defense has a lot of guys returning, and it's just going to have a lot of chemistry. I think last year the defense really covered and carried Colorado a lot. But I think that this team definitely can benefit from the defense being not only good at getting off the field, but creating turnovers and just being stingy. It takes a lot of pressure off a new quarterback and new lineman or whatever's coming in, because now they can play that clock management game. They don't have to worry about the big play all the time. They don't have to worry about scoring 40, 50 points every game, because that defense, they're not going to give up a lot of points. They led in sacks last year. I definitely can see them leading in sacks again. And like I said, with some of the talent they're bringing in at the linebacker core, it's going to be interesting on what they're able to produce. I think I'm excited more so for the defense. I'm excited to see how aggressive they can get. You know, up on the Coach Sapp, this is second year as a coach. But I think just having the opportunity to be able to put more into those guys and dig deeper and build on that foundation that they already have versus everything being new. Yeah, they have new guys coming in, but a lot of those guys were there. So the pillar and the foundation of it all is the same. I'm also hoping that it spill over to the special teams with the amount of talent that you're bringing in and the mindset and all of that to carry over. Because the reality is, when you have that much talent, everybody not get on the field, but everybody want to get in. Everybody want to express themselves a little bit. And we know how big that is. I mean, when you look at not giving up touchdowns and field position and things like that. I think that hurt Colorado a lot. I think it hurt the momentum. I think it hurt sometimes when they thought they were going to get back in a game or they was going to make a run for it. Special teams give up a big touchdown, kickoff return, good field position, be on the 20-yard line or all the way up in the red zone after they just scored or whatever. And it's hard to be able to compete when you're playing a tough game when you're giving up punt returns and kickoffs. One, you should be kicking the ball in the end zone. That's a whole nother conversation. I know they got a guy who can put it in the end zone. He said he can put it in the end zone. And I believe I wasn't one who was always talking, put the ball in the end zone. I was like, you should better cover. You're out there. You're not out there for decoration. You ain't out there hoping, wishing that he kick it in the end zone. And if he don't, it's a touchdown. Like, you shouldn't feel like that. It shouldn't be like holding your breath. I mean, because you have a kickoff team out there for a reason. So I don't never want to get in the mindset of, oh, if we kicked it off, oh, we done. Like, you can do something about that. And I think that attitude is really developed from the defensive side. Because these are your defensive players, a lot of them. Yeah, you got some offensive guys out there. But you got them linebackers out there and them DBs who are not playing. They should be the ones on these kickoff teams for the most part, the punt, return, all these coverage teams that you have on your special teams. That mindset of, we're not giving nothing up. We're not going to make this easy for you. You're going to earn everything. It all starts right there. And if one thing that we needed to see solidified is those trenches. We've been talking about trenches for the last couple of years. The ability to put together some dynamic schemes, to be disciplined, that have gap control. And then, you have your linebackers who come in and play their role. People play their role, not really trying to do the other person's job or not trusting each other, but everybody doing their role. That goes a long way. For a team that went 9-4 ultimately with a bowl game, lost 2 conference games, technically 3 with the bowl game, but that was in postseason, and you lost to Nebraska. But the kids are going to be very competitive. People know what to expect out of you. You know what to expect out of them. You know you got to play all those big boys this year who snuck up on people, but nobody's sneaking this year. You got the BYUs, the Iowa States, the Arizona State, and we don't know what people going to look like from year to year, but you got to go in with your big boy on this year. No easy way. And I believe that what they're doing right now is going to go a long ways. What they're doing in the weight room and getting their mind right, getting rid of them doggone penalties and little airheaded stuff. I'm not talking about the cheating crap, you know, where the refs is calling for holding and stuff. I'm talking about dumb things like jumping off sides and just being thoughtless penalties, showboating penalties, unnecessary roughness, you know, whatever you got going on outside of what the referee's doing. Because, you know, that's still a thing. Personal fouls. Get rid of all that stuff and get your mind right. Those are just additional things that I see. And this group seems to be different. I like the fact that he cut that music off. I said that last year. I felt like it had something to do with something. Just something wasn't clicking and just not being focused. We're going to see a difference. We're seeing a difference not just in the energy. Yeah, it's different because certain players are gone. Coach Prime going to be different. But, you know, everything going to be different. But I think this core group, this unity is going to be easier for them. I think some of the pressure is off of them on one end for us, the celebrity of it all and, you know, the big names. And on the other end, the pressure is on for us, you know, have to maintain the program. Are you going to elevate? Are you going to fall off? It's like they say, are you reloading or are you rebuilding? All of those things are going to be critical. All of those things are going to be watched closely because you still got Coach Prime there. But one thing for sure, his Rolodex is ever extended, it's never ending. You got these guys ready to come in the league. We just seen Clinton Portis go up there, join Delaware State. I mean, these boys coming in. They realizing they believe they could do it too. It's just only going to get more and more interesting as these boys add to their staff. Coach Prime ain't never got to worry about finding somebody to leave. His quality is going to be where he at and going up. It's not going down. But I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to y'all soon.